Hey, what's up, everybody? ForneverWorld here, and I'm here today to give my review slash thoughts of. It was actually two episodes that came out this week, a double, I guess, of episodes 221 and 222 of Naruto Shippuden. And I gotta say, thumbs up if you thought 221 in particular was just awesome, because in my opinion 221 was just amazing. As a follower of the manga, I couldn't wait for this to be animated. I did not expect this part to be animated, in particular a certain part in the episode, and I was just floored, and I can't wait for the arc to continue. So let's start off with 221, just a little bit brief synopsis. 221 starts off Naruto still talking with the Elder Frog about the prophecy, the octopus guy, and the boy with the eyes that he's going to eventually have to fight. Everybody in the village are kind of going a little crazy looking for him. They're like, where's Naruto at? They're going nuts or whatever. And we get to this. The way they cut, I didn't like. That was one thing I would say, because it kind of cuts off from just one random scene to next thing you know, Kabuto's on top of something and looking down at Madara, and he's like, Madara's still talking with the Toby voice, and Kabuto's kind of like, cut the act. You're Madara. I already know that. And Toby goes from to oh great, his voice drops an octave and whatever. And he's like, what do you want from me? And Kabuto immediately says, I want to join forces with you. Let's join forces and battle together, whatever. And Madara's like, what? And then Kabuto does a jutsu and summons a bunch of caskets. He does what only the second Hokage and Orochimaru could do. He summons a bunch of caskets, and in it lies a bunch of the dead Akatsuki members. I'm talking about Itachi, Deidara. Who else was in there? There was a few people in there. There was about 5 or 6 of the Akatsuki members. Sazori, Kakazu. Who else was in there? There was like 1 or 2 more members, and it's just exciting to see that. But one of the best parts of it is, Madara's like, and if I say no, if I don't agree to this, then he's like, all right, I got an ace up my sleeve. He pulls up another casket, opens it. We don't see what's in this casket, mind you, and Madara is petrified. Madara's like, where did you get this? He's thinking to himself, Orochimaru was really doing some digging around there. And, that was, in my opinion, the best part of this entire episode, actually of the both episodes, to be honest with you. Kabuto has tricks up his sleeve. And Madara's like, all right, I'll team up with you, but what do you want in return? And Kabuto's like, I want Sasuke. So, that was probably the best part of the episode. Now we jump to episode 222. This episode is basically like the Kage nations coming together and talking about, how we're going to deal with the situation. They meet up, the Raikage, the Mizukage, the Kazekage, the Hokage, all the Kages meet up for a meeting to discuss what's going to happen with this war. And, immediately they bump heads, especially in particular with Tsunade, because they immediately, like, in our last meeting while you were sick, we already decided that we're going to hide Naruto and B. We're not going to let them go into war. And Tsunade's like, what do you mean? They're like our biggest powers. How are we going to just hide them or whatever? But, they insist, and she really don't have much say-so, because it's like all the Kages against her. And I thought it was kind of funny to see her diss the Tsuchikage, because Tsuchikage tried to come at her with some old jokes, and she was like, look at yourself. You're old. Stop it. I thought that was pretty funny. 222 definitely was pretty cool, because it starts setting things up. There was a little bit of a filler here and there as far as what Killer B goes. Killer B was setting up this big concert or whatever, and he had Darui and Karui, I believe, his 2 apprentices or whatever. He was having them selling his tickets, but they really couldn't get rid of them. Nobody want to hear Killer B rap or whatever. So, they kind of was stuck and like, what do we do if we don't sell him? He's going to make us hear him rap. If we do sell him, he's going to make us hear it rap. So they flip it out. And basically what's going to happen is kind of Naruto's realizing that his prophecy from the frog is coming true, because he's going to that island. He's gonna go to that island, and he knows on that island he's gonna meet this octopus or something. He's not sure of it. If by now you don't know, spoiler a little bit. Killer B is the octopus guy. I mean, it kind of was obvious, but I didn't want to spoil it, but I said spoiler. So he's the octopus guy. He's gonna get training basically, and in 221 it was mentioned that basically the training that he's gonna receive is the whole seal on Naruto or whatever. Basically, he's gonna learn how to get the full power from the Nine Tails, but without getting the evil intent, becoming the Nine Tails, etc. And that's the training that he's gonna try to receive from Killer B, because Killer B already has Hachibi locked down or whatever. And basically, it was Tsunade that requested it from the Raikage. Overall, both episodes, I gotta say, solid animation on both parts. 221, they really went in. 222, the only little parts where I guess the drawings were, the art was a bit weird, was the little filler parts where Killer B, and I guess they just threw that in there to add a little more time or whatever. But it was wasn't bad at all. Nothing to complain about animation wise. Music wise, everything was normal. Great score, whatever. Everything was really. 221 is what and I hate to keep going back to that, but I think 221 really set the grounds. And I want to ask one question. This has been debated in the manga, but for those of you anime viewers, or if you read the manga too and you want to answer this question, that would be awesome. What do you think, or who do you think was in that casket that Kabuto used as basically his ace in the hole to get Madara to agree? Who do you think was in the casket? Let me know in the comment section below over the video response. It's getting really intense in Naruto. Unfortunately, I believe we're gonna go into a filler arc very soon, which is really unfortunate. During the whole, everything is getting all amped up between these few episodes. But I gotta say that 221, 222 were really awesome. Definitely recommend you check them out if you haven't. And yeah, that's all I have for this video. Hope you enjoyed. I'm ForneverWorld, and have an awesome day, people.